Hey guys, welcome to my graduation document / vlog. You will be hearing about my life for all the 12 years I've been in school. It got a little emotional, just a little bit. First, we're gonna go over my 12 years and then the documentary is last. So stay tuned for the documentary because I actually love that part. Class of 2024, Beauty is Benita.
Everybody now, time to show the whole world what we're all about. We the girls, we the passion, for passion. Ooh, Barrettes, we'll always be there for each other. Ooh, Barrettes, yeah, styling how we feel.
Hey guys, it's your Beauty is Benita and thank you for watching my graduation vlog. Today we're going to be doing my hair and my lashes and actually going to my graduation. So go ahead and stay tuned for this video. Go ahead and hit a like, comment, and subscribe because if you don't know me, you know me now. On the way to
Oh, you can see me?
no one pisses me off more than you, I swear to God. You and and all that. I'll spit on that thing. I'm gonna start saying it every time you spit. Spit on that thing.
I'm like, hold on.
Anyway, so we're on the way to my hair appointment. She lived literally around the corner, so I'm gonna walk there. Why would I pay Uber to get there when I could literally walk there? Save a couple of ballers. Like, I don't really, yeah. But camera quality so T. I'm graduating. You hoes can't fuck with me. I do be cussing a little bit, y'all. That's what I do realize. But it be like in a cool.
The G effect.
Yeah. I need to do my lashes. So I want to go to this hair store that I always go to, but it's all the way across this like city. So I don't know. But if I have time between appointments, because this appointment is at 10 in the morning, my next appointment is at 1. So she might be done ahead of time. I have to go pick up my cap and gown, y'all. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick up my cap and gown as well. And it don't feel cold to me outside, y'all. And that's weird, because it should feel cold to me. But it don't. I hope I'm not making too much noise. It don't feel cold to me, because this leg keep flying away. But, yeah, so I'll be back when I'm at her house. Y'all, this cool hairstylist over here, I would never go to nobody else. And y'all know I don't let nobody touch my head. Yeah, come on. I went to her like a week after my hair got pulled out, y'all. I told her in a message, I said, don't mind my hair. I got a few patches, cause stop! Stop! Spit on that thing. Anyways, I got a couple patches because my hair was pulled out. What's up, y'all? It's your Beauty is Benita, and I'm here with a voiceover for my graduation vlog. I wasn't talking that much during my vlog. I was just really just getting my services done, and I had somebody record me walking across the stage. But here you see me getting my hair done by my first and only stylist, because y'all know I don't let nobody touch my head. She's the only lady that can put her hands in my head. She's really good at what she do, and that's why I come to her every time I have like a big event. I always run to this lady and it's like, oh, do my hair, because she literally eats down, and I feel like she does things that I feel like I can't do myself, or she does things I feel like I'm not even gonna try to do that, because if I mess up, I'm doomed. So go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button while you're here, and go ahead and tune in to my graduation video. And it might get a little emotional, but it is what it is. And this is me. This is how I felt like my 12 years went. So back off the hair subject. While y'all watch her do my hair, just go ahead and listen to my story. I'm gonna call this my graduation documentary. So yeah, I just want to start off by saying going to school, I've never been the type to just skip out on school. I've never been the type to skip school, really. I did drop out for like 2 to 3 months, and I bounced back and went into virtual, which really did help me a lot as an 18-year-old living on my own and trying to make a living for myself and highly determined that I was going to get this done for me. So I went into virtual my last year of school, but I want to take it all the way back to kindergarten or pre-K. I did go to early Head Start, which is like a school for people who's not in pre-K or kindergarten. Like it was like a way before that. Like it was for like 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5, yeah, like basically things of that nature. And I went to that school. I do remember going to that school, but I don't remember it day by day, heart by heart, or any special events. I just remember going there and the place and setting of it. It always had that ABC mat and things of that nature. It always had that. Skipping up to the first grade, I had Miss Shearer for a teacher. My favorite teacher. I loved her. I did give her hell sometimes, but I literally loved her. She was like my favorite teacher, and to this day, whenever I do see her, it's always a hug and how you been and all the stuff like that. I really like her as a teacher. She was either my first or second grade teacher, either one. I know for third grade, I had Miss Collins. When I see her, it's like a hey bye situation. She's not my favorite, but you know, she did teach me, so it was like, okay, cool. In fourth grade, I really don't remember my teacher name. I really don't. I'm not gonna lie, but I know in fifth grade was it Miss Amanda? I think that's either her first or last name. I was in the fifth grade. I remember how she looked. I remember the other fifth grade teacher because they only had 2, I believe, which was Miss Thrasher. I'm not that good at remembering names for real, but I know that was like one of them. And it started with a T. That's all I know. She was tall and skinny, and I think Miss Amanda or whoever her name was, she was very strict, and she was with trial as well. I think when I was in 5th grade, or like when I was leaving, she was with trial. So from my elementary, I went to Alps Road, and I went to Oglethorpe. Those were my 2 elementary schools that I went to. I switched over to Oglethorpe by the time I got into the 2nd grade. I think the first teacher I had was Miss Sure. I was new to the school, and it was, yeah. So my elementary years, they were kind of rocky. I did go to like foster care, but majority of the time I was in elementary, I was in foster care. I never went from home, so I never did get that experience. I kind of went from my biological mom's friend, who was a foster parent, to one other lady who was my adopted parent. So I only been to basically 2 homes, but the first one wasn't really a foster care home to me because we went over her house on a daily anyway. She had other foster kids, and it was kind of fun. But yeah, so that goes to say, like, it was kind of rough, but I did make it through and stuff like that. I think it was the 6th grade when I got adopted, after being in foster care in the same home basically for years until I got adopted. I want to say it was a roller coaster. It's kind of up and down when it came to that situation like that. I wasn't the best child, but there's no child that's actually the best child. Like, everybody does some things, and it's a part of growing up is growing pains. But I feel like my growing pains wasn't treated as growing pains. So it was kind of really, I don't know. I just felt like it was not normal for me. I don't know what's normal to grow up. I just know that I didn't really have a childhood that I dreamed of. Like, I dreamed of, girls' night with my friends and going out, I dreamed of that. But at the home that I was in, it was like very religious. I couldn't really go anywhere, especially with outsider friends. I was really the black sheep of the home, if we're being honest. So it was most likely like I grew up, my adopted sisters and my adopted mom, they were my first bully. I want to say they were actually my first bully, and I know it sucks, but if you're listening to this right now, it shaped me to the person that I am today, and I love that. But I don't love what I shouldn't have had to, go through the certain things that I did go through, even though like I was a kid just being a kid. I really felt like it was harsh, and not only harsh, like I said, I was always the black sheep of the home, so it was just crazy works for me. I could really go into details of that part of my life, but like I said, this is a graduation documentary, so I'm really just explaining how I got through my 12 years, not what, yeah. So anyway, so like I said, I always been a black sheep of the home. So 6th grade, when I got to 6th grade, I was fighting a lot. I always got into it because like having them being my first bully, I always felt defensive. I still have that problem today, where I feel like I have to defend myself because no one was there to defend me. Like everything was against me. That's just how I felt. It's like, and they made it seem like, oh, no one's against you, but it's just like, it's not about how you think I feel, it's about how I feel. So it was more so like crazy to me. So I was just grow up like defending myself, which caused me to fight, because every time somebody said something to me, I always felt like it resorted to like, okay, square up or fighting and stuff like that. Like I was always fighting, but regardless of me always fighting, I always got my work done. Every time I got suspended, I was at home getting my work done. Trust and believe, I didn't miss a day. I was at home always getting my work done. I was always doing what I had to do on my paper and stuff like that. I was not a misbehaving child. Like I just felt like I wasn't. I was very, like, I paid attention more than people even think I paid attention. Like it just and it kind of shocked them and it's just like, I always got done what I needed to get done. When I'm determined to do something, that's one thing about me. I'm going to get it done. But like I said, 6th grade, I was fighting a lot. 7th grade, I was fighting a lot. 8th grade, I was fighting a lot. I was always in some type of trouble. If I wasn't fighting about what somebody said to me, I was fighting about my siblings. My siblings didn't even go to school with me. So the fact that girl that I fought even reached out to my siblings and they don't even go to the same school, I had to tap her. I'm sorry, guys. I really did. But I wouldn't say always in and out of trouble, but I had this certain pattern where it would get towards the end of the year. I would get into some type of trouble that would suspend me for the rest of the school year. And it was always like maybe, a week before school, 2 weeks before school, a month before school. It was always something like that. And I will always find some type of way. And it wouldn't be on purpose. It's just after I left middle school, I realized that I've never spent the last day of school in school except for 8th grade. And then that made me think about, on 8th grade, on the last day of school, what did I do? 8th grade, on the last day of school, it was like a lot of people crying. They was crying, so I did share some tears a little bit. I don't know what we was really crying about, but everybody was shedding tears, and I remember I was shedding tears, but I wasn't shedding tears about the same thing they were shedding tears. I was shedding tears because this is about to be a new chapter in my life in high school, and I thought about that, but then my brain just washed and just thought about all the things that I've been through, which really made me shed tears the hardest. I didn't want anyone to see me crying, but it was the same boy, and he was like, "Look, she's crying," and then he was smirking and stuff. And also on the last day of school, on the buses, he was like, "Oh, I heard you barely made it to high school." It was like a lot of people who was on my back, like middle school and up. I just felt like I was an easy target because I didn't wear the up-to-date clothes. I didn't have the up-to-date shoes. I didn't have my hair done 24/7. And it was because of my old-fashioned adopted mom. That's just how she wears. She grew up wearing pigtails to school, so that's what she tried to send me to school with, until eventually I didn't let her touch my hair no more. I tried to tell her like that was an out-of-date thing, but she put a perm in my head, which I didn't want, but she had one of those things where you're not going to tell me what you want in your head, which when I grow up and if I ever have a daughter, she's going to have whatever she wants to have in her head, because that is a part of like shaping growing up, because that made me feel some type of way growing up. Like, I can't tell you what I want on my head. It's my head, which like led me to like to grow up. Like, I didn't really, every decision I've had about myself, I always second guessed it before I go. And that's why I always overthink, like, what if it's not right, what if it's not, simply because like I never had my own choices. Really, it was always, you're gonna wear this, you're gonna wear that, you're not gonna tell me, you live under my roof. And it was just like, dang, like I couldn't really express myself. So growing up from like middle school and elementary school, I didn't really get to express myself. But like I said, the last time she put her hands in my head was from that perm, and she never touched my head again, which now I do hair for her content. So it really did shape me, and I'm so glad that happened, but I'm not glad of the things I had to go through. But anywho, I was always like an easy target, and I was really defensive. So it was like, yeah, you target me, I'm gonna pop back. And that's what they wanted to see. They wanted to see me pop back. They wanted to see my reactions. That's what they wanted, and I gave them exactly what they wanted growing up. So anyways, let's fast forward. I hit 9th grade. 9th grade, I was 15. Actually, in the 9th grade, I was 15 years old. It was rocky a little bit. It was my first time. COVID hit. We're virtual, so I didn't get my real experience until the second semester. They brought us back in person, but like it was virtual for my first year, so I didn't get the real experience, but I did get my work done, except for in this one class, the teacher, she just wasn't hands-on. She just assigned the work and was like, okay, do it. Girl, yeah, I failed that class the first time, but I did take an extra class at the end of the day so that I can fix my credit and transcript and stuff. But my virtual, it was cool. I had my first actual boyfriend, and it just felt so wrong. Because like I said, I grew up in a religious household, and it was like my first boyfriend. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just going to tell you that I was young and dumb and just really, I don't know, I was really just doing stuff. And so, it was my first boyfriend and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna lie, I've always been DL, but like growing up in middle school with so many females who have hatred, it was just like, nah, I wouldn't date none one of y'all if I knew. I can say I really was, like, I thought I used to go to school like a boy, so I always thought that I was gonna be a stud or a masculine woman or something like that. And yeah, so I had a thing for girls because I felt so much like a boy. And it was just like, hey, this is who I am. But I dated a boy, and it was cool for like a year, and I stopped. Like a year or two, I stopped. It was just like, this is not where I want to be. Like, with the relationship with males never lasts for me. It would never work. As soon as I switched over and I came out, the time I came out is when I got kicked out. And I got kicked out at the age of 16. I was 15, on the age of 15, turning 16. So I eventually came out because I wasn't living in a religious household anymore. And like I said, I was a black sheep. I was very targeted in that home. So imagine me coming out. It would be such a beat down, such a weird feeling, such very like, you're disgusting, you like girls, you're disgusting, you like girls. Like that's exactly how it would feel. Sorry if my speech is messing up, but yeah, that's exactly how that would have been. But after that, I came out. I was dressing more like a girly girl and stuff like that, and sometimes still masculine, because I do like that look a little bit still, because that's really what I grew up on, was like masculine outfits. I want to say the 10th and 11th grade was kind of the rockiest for me. I ended up moving out. Well, she kicked me out. My adopted mom ended up kicking me out. Her reasoning was like, I was disobedient, I didn't listen, I stay in my room all day, I didn't like her friends, and da-da-da-da-da. That was her reasoning. And some more stuff she would say on and on and on. And most of the stuff I would deny. Like, I felt like that wasn't me. The picture she tried to paint isn't me. And she just made me feel so many type of ways, which is, I don't know. But I want to say 11th grade. By 11th grade, I was moved out. And I went from house to house to house to house until I met someone, moved in with them, and I was there for like a year. And after that year, I went back to my adopted mom home, and this time I was in the 12th grade when I went back. My 12th grade was kind of probably the rockiest, but not at the same time, year that I've had of my whole entire school existence. My 12th year, I don't even know where to start. I feel like, I don't know. It started off okay, but I know my main focus was getting more money, finding something stable for me, because I'm turning 18 next year. I'm going to be graduating next year. It's a lot going on next year, and I want to have my life put together. I didn't have one of those households where they set you up for success or they taught you how to get on the other. I figured all this out on my own. So I was living with that same person, and I ended up going back to my adopted mom's house, like I said. But before I left, I switched out of public day school, and went to public night school. And the night school was just way more easier for me because I could miss days, and I could come in when I want to, or I can do my work from home. I had 3 choices, like to stay home and do, well, 2 choices: stay home, do my work, or go to school and do my work. Meaning I could do my work while I'm at work. So that's what I would do. I would get hours, and I would be doing my schoolwork in between those times. At nighttime, I would just be doing what I have to do. I did save up a great amount of money until like $500 was stolen from me, and I went berserk. And the lady I was staying with, she was like, "I'm not gonna take you to work anymore," like to and from work. And we weren't even on the bus loop, and she was upset because I wasn't helping her out. But as a minor, literally trying to set myself up for like success, I was just like, I'm not paying anything, like I'm not paying any bills and stuff like that. I just paid like my phone bill and things of that nature. But like, she had became my guardian, so it was just like, I'm trying to, if I keep giving y'all money, if I give y'all money every month, I just feel like it's taken away from what I could be in the future. Like, I was trying to keep up with YouTube, trying to do my work, do my schoolwork, and go to work. I was trying to do everything at the same time, and it was just like overwhelming just a little bit. But I was determined, like I said, I was gonna get everything done. But $500 was stolen from me, and I absolutely went crazy. She didn't take me to and from work, so I told my job. My job is very nice, and I still love my boss, who was my boss at Cookout, like the time I did work at Cookout. His name was Kerry. I called and I was like, "Hey, I'm going through some things. I can't make it to work. I don't want to be fired, but I'm just gonna need a little break from work or something like that. I'll be back. I promise." And he didn't even ask. He was like, "Okay, that's cool, you know, just let me know when you want to get put back on the schedule." I never lost my job. I just, you know, since it was that and she didn't want to take me, I didn't go to school for like 2 months straight. And it was a lot of things just going on, and it was like I was really determined, like, I don't want to stay here. I'm just gonna go back to my adopted mom's house, which the court arranged that for me to go back. And so I did end up going back and stuff like that. And after I left, the lady, she was like, "Oh, you know, I didn't want this to happen, blah 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 blah." And it was just like, okay, cool. So I did keep in touch with her. It wasn't no type of bad blood or anything of that nature. But anyways, I ended up moving back back to there. When I moved back, I went back to school. I went back to work. I was working and going to school and doing YouTube. I was getting everything that I needed to get done basically. And this time, I wasn't like, when I moved back to my adopted mom, like, she didn't ask me for anything, because by law, like, as a minor, I'm not supposed, like, I can if I want to, but legally, if I don't want to help you pay the bills, I don't have to, because I'm a minor. So it was just like, and if she didn't want me to work, I wouldn't work because I'm a minor. But like I said, I was stacking my money to leave to go, and by then it was just like, I've been grown this whole time. I've been making my own money, paying for this, paying for that, trying to do this, trying to do that. So living in her house, it was just like, nah, I can't do it, and I'm not gonna do it. So I ended up meeting this girl or whatever. We ended up roommating, but the roommate didn't go too well. I had my part of the money, but she didn't have hers. So it was just like, no, it didn't go well. So I ended up kicking her out and basically having a 2-bedroom apartment to myself. And I did roommate like with this other person, which was cool, but I did go through some things and I didn't want to stay there anymore. Really, it was just like, it brought back it, like the whole thing of moving out. I moved out because like I was just eager to get from where I was. And I moved into this apartment complex at the age of 17. The lady kind of did it under the table. It was like she didn't want to stay there anymore, but she still had a lease agreement. So she moved out and we moved in type thing. And I just held it until I was ready to move. At that point, I was just like, I'm getting going. I didn't care if it was going to mess up her name or not, because in some situations, it was like she didn't care whether we were okay or not, and we were literally helping her out. She was helping us out at the same time, but at the same time, we could have found different where we wasn't going through that situation. But anywho, so it got to a point of time, I stayed there for like 5 to 6 months. It went to a point in time where it's like, okay, it's actually my time to get my own apartment. So from the job that I had, I was stacking money, constantly stacking money. I didn't pay the rent at her apartment complex anymore, because when we moved in there, she was already in debt, like a couple of $1,000, and we weren't paying that. We were just paying the months that we were staying there, but I just stopped paying the rent, and I was stacking up money for my next apartment, because it was just like, I gotta put me first. I'm not worried about your name, this, that. I gotta put me first. So I ended up stacking my money and finding this apartment complex, which was like student living. And it was like, oh, they accept 17-year-olds, but I had to have someone over my application. So I found someone to go over my application until I turned 18. And like the move-in date was August 8th. My birthday was August 14th. So it was just to hold my spot, basically. So I found someone to do that, and I had my money ready. I paid everything that I needed to pay. They let me in with no credit. I just paid extra money because I don't have any credit. And at this point, yeah, I'm still in school. I've been going online. I've been checking in with them and stuff like that. I took a trip to Houston and stuff like that, but I didn't take my computer. So no, I didn't do any schoolwork on that week. It was my birthday week, so it was just like, no. So but I turned 18 in Houston, so that was cool. Then it got to the August part. I really just rebranded myself. You know, I got my own official apartment. I don't have to worry about the doors being locked when I come home. I don't have to worry about hearing anybody when I come home. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It was so peaceful, which is so peaceful. And I felt like this is a big accomplishment, because all my other adopted parent children, she had 2 other girls, they didn't do what I did. They either moved out with someone, or it was just like they didn't accomplish what I accomplished. So it was just a big accomplishment for me. And being told like, oh, you're not gonna make it, and this night you always make it by the threshold, and yeah, it just made me feel like worthless at that point in time when I was told that. But I feel like I took that and I used it perfectly. So it was a big accomplishment for me, and my own place. It was a 1-bedroom, nice apartment. I actually love this apartment, and I'm gonna be sad when I have to say bye to it. But I was 18. Well, I am 18, but I was 18 living on my own and getting everything done. All my bills were paid ahead of time. Rent was paid before I even moved in here. All my bills was paid before I even moved in here. So it was just like, okay, you know, a win is a win. And I was working. Then I decided to get a second job because I wanted to furnish my house. I wanted to have what I wanted to have in my house. And I get what I want when I want it, and I just spoil myself like that. So I furnished my house, and I had 2 jobs, and I feel like I made 2 jobs seem like necessary, and it's really not. All I needed was 1. So recently I quit one of those jobs, and now I'm doing good. I think ever since I turned 18, it was the September where I decided to really lock in on content, lock in on my schoolwork, and work these 2 jobs. And that's what I was doing. Every day was the same. I would get up, go to my first job, do my schoolwork while I'm at my first job, get off of my first job, and then go home for 2 hours and come back and go to my second job, stay at my second job till 6 in the morning, go home, go to sleep, wake up back at 10 in the morning so I can make it to work at 11. It was just a lot. And I was getting it done. So I feel like I accomplished a lot. I accomplished big things in life before I even graduated. And it was just like, girl, I'm doing it. Like, I'm doing it. It was just, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. That's all I can say. It's like, I'm doing it. I'm not putting stuff to the side anymore. I'm actually doing it. I'm getting it done. And it was just like, wow, like, girl, you're just 18. And it's like, yeah. A lot of people look on the outside like, you're actually getting this done. You're doing that. Like, I inspire you. Like, you are the person that I go to. I watch your content a lot. Like, people say that, but you don't really know what's going on behind it. It's like behind it, I'm like burnt. Like, I'm burning myself out. Like, I'm working 2 jobs, doing content. I'm going to school. I'm trying to get to this next part of lifestyle that I want so bad. And it's just like, I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm doing what I have to do. And it's just like, behind it, it's just, after doing all of that stuff, I just still feel like I'm not doing enough. I always have this feeling of something's not getting done. I'm missing something, like something's not there. And I never knew what I was missing. And I still don't know to this day, but it's just like, I'm missing something. I don't know. I'm just missing something. I always have that feeling that I have to constantly be doing something so that I'll feel productive. Or if not, it's just like, dang, I'm slacking. And it's like, sometimes I forget to give myself a break. And so I'm going to school, and I remember my counselor reaching out to me. She was like, girl, you're about to be on crunch downtime. You're in your last classes, okay? Finish your class so you can still be class of 2024. And I'm like, yes, I'm trying that. So I started putting everything to the side. I still was doing content, but I dedicated a lot of time to my classwork this time. Also, I ended up quitting one of my jobs and sticking to the rest of my class. And I did finish before 2024. As y'all can see, I will walk the stage in this video. And walking the stage, I did have a good support system. My girlfriend came, my sister came, my boy best friend came, my girl best friend came. My biological mom and her boyfriend made it, and her ex-boyfriend made it. So it was just like, I had a little support system, and I was kind of surprised because I didn't expect as many people. I didn't expect really no one to really be there, but like my sister, my girlfriend, my girl best friend and stuff. And boy, I really didn't expect anyone to actually be there for me, because I'm used to always being there for myself. Like, if no one was going to scream for me walking across that stage, guess what? I would scream for myself, like, literally. So it was just kind of rocky. My 12th grade year is a lot of rehoming myself just so that I can feel comfortable. So now I got the comfortable under pack. I wanted to graduate. I got that under pack. I want to go as far as I ever been in content, and I'm working on that, and it's working out. And now I have to figure out what I want to do for my next step of life. And I really do want to do cosmetology. I want to get into the nails. I want to get into the hair. I want to get into the makeup. I love little things like that. But I also want to get into the ultrasound doctors and the, what do they call it? Dermatologists or something. Gynecology is where they focus on like the female genital parts. I want to focus on that as well. So it's just like, it's a lot of things that I want to do right now. I'm still figuring out, but in the meanwhile, I'm going to try to draw this content to a line and do what I have to do. But I'm going to wrap this little voice documentary thing up because I didn't want y'all to be bored like when I was getting my hair done and makeup done, because I really wasn't speaking during the vlog. So I just wanted to give y'all some rundowns of like things that I've been through. And these are not even the full things that I've been through, but these are just like the bare minimum things that I've been through and how my years in school, I felt like how they went. I did like going in person to my school. I've never skipped out and stuff. So I don't know. Basically, I just wanted to tell y'all that, and also that I want to be so much bigger in life. Like, I want so much more for me, and I don't just want this for me. I just want this to show my haters, show the people who said I would never make it. I just wanted to, like, because I remember there was a teacher who said I wouldn't make it, but like I said, I just want to show the people that I didn't make it. And I also, for foremost, like, put on for my sisters, like, show y'all, like, I got this done. Like, the sky's the limit. You can get anything done. It is what it is. You need help, I got you. Like, especially, like, for my sister injuries, like, I really want to put on and show, like, it's so much more to life. Like, it's so much more, and I haven't even conquered it all. So it's like, I just want to go ahead and, like, say that, put that out there. And this is not the end of me. This is my end of my high school, but this is not the end of me. But it should be this, Benita. If you don't know me, you know me now. So go ahead, hit that like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright, yeah, so after my makeup appointment, my hair appointment, I'm about to go back home. I got my cap and gown, so now it's time to actually get dressed and see what it looks like, and basically just play around with my cap and gown until further notice. But it's almost that time. I really do love my hair though. In the video, y'all did see that I had like blue, but I didn't like it. It made it look like I had two black eyes. I didn't want two black eyes. I wanted something cute but blue type thing. So I wanted like blue with like a little white-ish, or just like blue, like blue, and then like shimmer right here. Like, not shimmer, but like a little white, a little shine. I don't know. I'm just learning how to do makeup so I don't run into that again. But which I do, it's just I fight with the eyebrows. Literally all the time I fight with the eyebrows, but it's okay.
Meow. You see me in that cap and gown. And this is my sister. She's coming to my graduation. And then my best friend over here. Yeah. Oh my god.
And then Oreo.
And little Oreo, but he's staying here. Oh, me. He has the thing where he likes to run up, jump on you, and then use his back feet to kick off on you and run. But yeah, peep the drip. Oh shoot. Okay, peep the drip. About to say I lost the little thing. But yeah, we're about to head to my graduation. Make sure I have a lot of battery charge, because I don't think I'm gonna be any out there. And make sure I have a comb, because yeah, it's a little too flat. She flat ironed it a little too flat, but that's okay. I'm in love with it, so that's fine. But yeah, peep out the nails, hat, outfit, shoes. There's nobody out here comparing me. See ya, let me make some TikToks. Hey y'all, I'm back. I just want to show y'all, like, this is what the ceremony looked like. It was well nice and put together, if you ask me. It was a lot of people there and a lot of graduates there. So it was cool. I liked it. Very, very serious, But see ya. In this moment, I'm just thinking, like, it's time. So unrealistic, but it's time. And dang, like, I remember being told I wasn't gonna make it. It's a fucking night. Y'all don't want to pick and play with me. Like,
I'm sure you can.
for real. That girl is watching the stage. Don't even play. But I had something to prove, not only to my sister, but I had something to prove to me and to all the people who said anything about me not being able to do something. I really want to say thanks to all the negativity, all my haters, because that's what really got me going. That's what really put the pot on the stove and made me start boiling water at the highest temperature. I always knew I would be something. I've always been my biggest support system. So to actually get ready for this ceremony and have the girl that I want to inspire the most there right beside my side was just kind of a blessing to me. I've always wanted to give her the best younger sister experience that I've never got. And I love all my sisters with my whole heart. And for you who's watching this, I've always wanted to be this girl since I was little. I've always wanted to inspire others, set examples, give people ideas. I've always wanted to document my every move. It's because of me that I walked this stage today. I went from being that little YouTuber to being the girl they always came to for content ideas or questions or how-to-dos. And it's crazy because back then they wouldn't even subscribe to my channel. But all I really do is really focus on me and my goal in the end game. My goals and dreams don't stop at the end of that stage. It stops at the skyline. So I hope this inspires you to do bigger and better things with your life. And I hope this inspires you to keep going. Take whatever dream you have and run with it, no matter how anyone looks at you. Run. But always remember, I'm Beauteous Benita. And there is nothing that'll change that, nothing that can shape me from being who I am. I hope you've gained some positive thoughts, some productivity, something good from this video.
Okay. Let me see y'all guys later. Okay, yeah.
Shalarian McKenzie.
Yeah, girl! You go, baby!
You look good!
You go, baby!
Woo! Gorgeous up there! Fuck! Run up!
You go, baby! Look at my baby! You go, sexy! Come on, speak to it, girl! I'm sorry. I want to say thank you to me, for one. I also want to say I did this for me, but I also did this for my sister below me and my sisters under me as well. I'm also the first to graduate from my mom. Also, I just want to say to my sister, baby, you guys did it. It's your turn. But yeah, this is my life. And this is my support system. My best friend, my sister, my girlfriend, my boy best friend. This is all me. And one of my biggest accomplishments of 2024.